Hello, it's Natsuya Uesugi, and today we have another character profile, this time of Raven Allen, who is a red team hacker for the Psi Faction. So, Raven, at age 18, he had a younger brother named Jen. His parents were prophet believers, and they were murdered by the Zone Police in an Article 15 thought crime raid after they contracted radiation sickness. So Raven had to take care of his brother, and as a hacker, he ended up selling data, usually at the Hack nightclub, where he did data dumps and actually infiltrated systems for money. And this is what he did to make sure that he had food for Jen. This ends up getting him caught. He ended up hacking into the Pacific Territories military, specifically into the Battleship Escalon's database, and he was caught. Cleaners were sent out from Galen Allen from the Psi Faction, and they rounded up Jen first and then captured Raven, and he was forced to work with the Psi Faction and arrested, and he is under house arrest at the Psi Faction with a 30-year sentence. So he will basically he's under house arrest at the Psi Faction, and that's it. He's not allowed to go outside. We do see him go out twice for missions where he has informant Jazz, who is a hacker, who she uses for information. He is an intel officer and a sysadmin, cybersecurity, anti-terrorism unit hacker for the Psi Faction. And we usually see him online. One of his avatars online is Ryukami, which means Black God. He is a white hat hacker and uses his hacking skills to help the Pacific Territories, specifically the Psi Faction, against terrorists. So he's a counter-terrorism operative. Raven has a construct which they use for the subliminal messaging that goes out through the Pacific Territory, specifically in the echelons in the city. He had a very unique construct, his psychic power. He's also a healer. He can lay on hands and heal people. But when the genetic engineer Chris Escani and Dr. Wren, the medical doctor, found out how powerful Raven's construct was, they did a special process and removed it. So by removing the construct, he no longer has control of his psychic power and has to do regular maintenance and take neuroscene, because he can go psych-crit and literally destroy everything, kind of like in an Akira level catastrophic event. So he is tied to the Psi Faction, he can never leave, and he must have maintenance on a regular basis in order to control his power. His construct is used for the subliminal messaging that goes through the grydscan, as well as the echelons, that is pervasive in everything, and it controls the messages that the government and the military use to control the populace and the social order. Raven is a skilled, self-taught, level 9 hacker. He works on the red team for threat intelligence and threat mitigation against terrorists, cyber terrorists from the Atlantea Federation. He is a powerful entity for the Psi Faction and works also with Takashi from the Night Team as sysadmin to help with anti-terrorism.